Good day everyone. This will be our module 3 for our MSTE for our review. Okay, so this will be all about the fundamentals of counting principles that is prerequisite for the probability problems. Okay, so here we will discuss we will solve a problem and simultaneously discuss its principle or on how it works. Okay, so to begin with this problem. How many 7-digit local telephone numbers can be formed if the first 3 digits are 279? Okay, so how can we deal with this problem? Okay, so first, we have number of digits. Okay, so diba, the number of digits is from 0 until 9. Okay, yan yung basic number of digits natin. Now, next thing to do here is to do the sample space natin. Okay, so it says that the first 3 digits of the 7-digit local telephone numbers is 279. That means yung pupunan natin ng numbers or ng digits is 4 na lang. Okay? Since 7 digits yan. Now, ganito yan. In this position or in the fourth position, yung pagpipilian natin na number is 10. That means the number of possible ways here is 10 yan. Okay? Now, here, the number of possible ways in this position naman should be 10 pa rin. Of course, hindi nakaspecify sa problem na hindi pwedeng ulitin yung numbers natin. Okay? So, here pa rin, from 0 until 9, that means 10 pa rin yung ating possible choices dito. And up to this. And that means our total number of possible ways is just multiply this all or 10 raised to 4. And that is 10,000 ways. Okay? So, ganito lang yan. Multiply or add yung probability, no? Or counting principles. Okay, dito. In a certain city in the Philippines, all 7-digit telephone numbers begin with 350. How many telephone numbers may be assigned to that city if the last 4 digits should not begin or end in 0? Okay, so first of all, of course, we have number of digits possible, no? Yung ating choices. Ito yung number of choices natin. Then, 350 are the first 3 digits of the telephone numbers. And of course, 4 yung pupunan natin. The same pa rin kanina. But in this case, I want you to take note of this, that my statement dito na may be assigned to that city if the last 4 digit should not begin or end with 0. That means hindi pwede ilagay yung 0 dito. Beginning and end. Okay? So, the total number of choices we have here is out of 10, tatanggalin natin yung 0. Okay? From 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 until 9. So, hindi pwede yung 0 dito. That means the number of possible ways here is 9 lang. 9 possible numbers ang malalagay natin dyan. Dito, walang restriction. That means 10. Dito rin, walang restriction. 10 rin dyan. Dito, hindi pwede yung 0. That means that is 9. Okay? So, the total number of possible ways is just multiply that all. That is 8,100 ways. Okay? Okay, another example. The LTO issues license plates consisting of letters and numbers. There are 26 letters may be repeated. There are 10 digits and the digits may be repeated. How many possible license plates can be issued with 2 letters followed by 3 numbers? Okay, so I want you to take note again with this statement. Okay, so letters, there are 26 letters may be repeated and 10 digits may be repeated. Okay, that means wala tayong restriction sa ating pagpipilian. So, first thing talaga is to know ano yung number of choices natin. So, we have 26 letters of choices dito. Okay? And we have 10 digits of choices. Then, we will do the sample space. Ano yung sample space natin? Take note. LTO issues license plate consisting of letters and numbers. So, ito yung magiging sample space natin. And it is specified how many possible license plate can be issued with 2 letters followed by 3 numbers. Okay, let me draw in a circular way na lang. Okay, it's up to you ano yung presentation nyo. So, this one should be letters and this one should be digits. Okay, klaro? Now, the number of possible ways here is 26, of course, no? Then dito, that is 26 pa rin. May be repeated yan. Okay? This one should be 10, and this one should be 10, and this one should be 10. Okay? Pagpipilian natin yan dyan. Therefore, the total number of possible ways, that is 26 times 10 times 10. May 10 pa dito dapat yan, okay? Hindi ko nasali. Times 10 pa rin yan. And that is 67,600. That should be 676,000 ways. Okay? Nakulangan tayo ng 10 dyan. Okay, klaro ba? Okay. So, another example. The LTO issues license plates. Again, the same problem lang to. Ang nagbago dito is this one. Repetition is not allowed for the letters. Okay, for the digits, may be repeated pa rin siya. Okay, so, ano yung magbabago sa solution? Okay, so first, initially, we have 26 choices in this position. For the second position, take note, hindi pwedeng bumalik or hindi pwedeng i-repeat yung number natin dito. I mean, yung letters. That means yung pagpipilian natin dito should be 25 na lang. Okay? While in the digits, walang restriction, kaya 10 yan lahat. Okay? 10, 10, 10. Then, the number of possible ways is just multiply that all. And again, nakulangan pa rin ng 10 dito. That should be 650,000 ways. Okay? Nakulangan ng 10 dito. Okay. So, another example. A woman has 5 denim jackets, 11 shirts, and 15 pairs of jeans. If an outfit consists of a denim jacket, a shirt, a pair of jeans, how many different outfits can the woman make? Okay, so first thing to do is to know the number of choices. Okay, so the number of choices in the denim jackets is 5. For the shirts is 11. For the pairs of jeans is 15. Now, then we will represent or present our sample spaces, this one. Denim jacket, shirts, and pair of jeans. So, take note, for the denim jackets, 5 pagpipilian natin dito. That one. So, that should be 5. For the shirt, 11 yung pagpipilian natin. For the jeans, we have 15. Therefore, the total number of possible ways is just multiply that all. And that is 825 ways. Okay, so easy lang. Let's move on. Dito tayo. In how many ways can 2 different prizes be awarded among 10 contestants if both may not be given to the same person? Okay, so first we should know our number of contestants or number ng pagpipilian natin. Ito yung pinaka-essential, dapat ma-identify natin yung ano yung pagpipilian natin and ano yung isa sample space natin. Okay, for the sample space here, that should be the prices. Let's say that is price A and this is price B. Okay, take note, they are different prices. Now, for price A, isa lang dapat yung mananalo dito. Okay, so out of 10, the number of choices here na may mananalo sa price A is of course 10 initially. Okay? Now for price B, take note that the prices may not be given to the same person. That means pag nanalo na yung isa, dito hindi na siya pwedeng manalo sa price B. That means yung pagpipilian natin dito out of 9 na lang. Correct? Because yung isa is nanalo na dyan. That means we can write the number of ways as 10 times 9. Now, I want you to observe this. di ba we can rewrite this one into 10 factorial over 10 minus 2 factorial. Okay, sounds a little bit ano, tedious. Mas mahaba siya compare dito, but this is not the case. Mas um, in this case, napahaba lang siya. But in the most common cases here, pag masyado ng complicated ang problem, mas madali na ito. Okay? So, ano yung gusto kong i-emphasize dito? 10 factorial. If you will do this in your calculator, it will give us the same 90 ways. Bakit ba? Okay, look at this. That 10 factorial, take note, we can write that as 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 until 1. Diba? Yan yung factorial. And here, in this problem, we only want 10 times 9 up to this portion lang. That means, from 8 until 1, tatanggalin natin yan, or we will just, take note, i-divide lang natin dito. Correct? So, this can be rewritten as 10 factorial. 10 minus 2, that is 8 factorial. Okay, from this one up to that point. Okay, so if I will let this 10 as our n, the number of choices, and I will let this 2 here, yung number of prices dito, 10 times 9, dalawang number of prices as r. So this one is r, this one is n minus r. Itong lahat, yung number of choices natin yung, or pagpipilian. Okay, yung 10. Then, tatanggalin natin to, n minus r, kaya dinivide natin yan sa 10 factorial. Now, as you can see, this is just the formula of the permutation. Or we can rewrite this into NPR. Okay, so mas madali ito compared sa itong formula na to. Okay, kaya as you look at this at first, itong solution na ito, masasabi niyo talaga na mahaba. But on our preceding problems, I know mas madali ito compared sa manual solution. Okay? So, ang technique dito, no? For permutation, we can identify this as permutation if yung sample spaces natin are different. Okay, so we can go on with that na lang mamaya sa ibang problems. Okay, how about in how many ways can two the same prices? Okay, differentiate this. Dito, different prices. In this case, the same prices na sila. The same problem. Okay, so the same solution dapat. But ano yung significant nito? The same prices. Kanina, different prices. Okay, got this. Of course, 10 times 9 pa rin. But here, I will just let this as both price A. Okay, so the same solution. 10 times 9 factorial. But I want you to look at this. Take note that these prices are identical. If that are identical, we can just rearrange this one into ganito. Correct ba? No? We can just say that pwede natin ilagay yan dito or dito because they are identical. So, ang gagawin natin dito is we will tatanggalin natin yung redundant arrangement. Kumbaga yung paulit-ulit. So, in this case, these two arrangement here, if i-interchange natin yan, that can be counted as one arrangement lang. So, ang gagawin natin is we will divide this in how many identical sample spaces dyan. So, dito, dalawa yung sample space natin and they are both identical. So, divide by 2 factorial. Okay, that is to eliminate the redundant arrangement. So, as you can see, this one here is just the permutation. Then, tatanggalin lang natin yung redundant arrangement. So, we can rewrite this one as 10 factorial. This is the permutation. And divide it by the redundancy, 2 factorial. Okay, so as you can see, that is just the formula of the combination formula. Okay, take note, yung dalawa, ito yung number of choice kukunin natin kumbaga dito or sample spaces. Okay, that is the permutation form combination formula, and we can write this into that one. Now, as you observe, permutation and combination are parehas lang, no? In the concept, the same lang talaga sila. But, yung sa combination lang, tatanggalin natin yung redundancy or yung redundant arrangement. The same lang talaga sila. Okay? So, technique dito, if you see your sample space are identical, that means gagamitin natin yung combination. If you see your sample spaces are unidentical, that means permutation yan. Okay? Okay, look at this. Dapat maintindihan nyo talaga paano i-construct yung sample spaces nyo. Okay? Try this one. In a random draw of 5 cards from a deck of 52 playing cards, how many ways can 5 red cards be drawn? Okay. So, ano yung choices natin dito? Ito yon. Let's identify ano yung choices natin and ano yung magiging sample space natin. Okay, so we have number of red cards. Ito yung choices natin. Take note that in 52 playing cards, deck of cards, there are only 26 5 red cards dyan. I mean, 26 red cards. Okay, that is the heart and that is the diamond. Okay, take note. In each baraha, we have 13 cards in that baraha, of course, no? So, the total number of red cards is 26. Ito yung pagpipilian natin. Okay, now, ito naman. Ano yung magiging sample spaces natin? Okay, so this will be our sample spaces. Take note, 5 baraha yung kukunin natin. And that sample spaces are all red cards. Okay, so ito na yung magiging hint natin. If this sample space are all red cards, that means identical sila lahat. Okay, because hindi naman naka-specify na dapat difference dito sa problem na red diamond or heart. It only specify red cards, meaning walang restriction even if that is heart or that is diamond. So these are all red cards. That means identical sila lahat. So ano yung gagamitin natin? Pag identical arrangement, that is combination. Pag hindi identical, that is permutation. Okay, klaro? Dapat maintindihan nyo to. So the number of red cards initially, okay, by manual solution muna. Here we have 26 possible ways. Of course, dito 25 na lang, 24, 23, and 22. Okay? Okay, by using that manual solution, we can just rewrite this as 26, multiply lahat. Then, i-divide natin sa redundancy. Okay, so take note, silang lahat is red cards. So, 5 identical redundant ang nandyan. So, divided by 5 factorial. Okay, so please take note, this should be 22. Okay, 22. Or we can just simply use this formula. Since I know, or we know this is for combination. That is, okay, so kayo na lang yung mag-calculate dito sa calculator. Okay? The same na yan. Dapat here, that is 22, ha? Okay. How about this one? In how many ways can a PICE chapter with 12 directors choose a president, a vice president, a secretary, a treasurer, if no member can hold more than one position? Okay, so ano yung uunahin? We will identify yung pagpipilian natin. So, the number of directors, we have 12. Ito yung pagpipilian natin. Then, our sample space. Okay, so our sample space, that will be the president, the vice president, the secretary, and our treasurer. Okay, so as you can see, the sample space are not identical. Of course, iba-iba yung mga position na to. Okay, so this, dito pa lang, that is already our hint. This should be permutation since iba-iba sila or distinct yung arrangement natin. Kumbaga, hindi pwedeng interchange. Okay? Okay, so by manual solution, of course, the president, we have the number of choices, 12 number of choices dyan. Of course, no member can hold more than one position. So, liliit yan, 11, 10, and 9. Okay? So the manual solution here is 12 times 11 times 10 times 9, or by permutation formula, that will be 12p4. Okay, sana mag-gets nyo? Okay, how about this? A student has a choice of 5 languages and 4 sciences. In how many ways can he choose 2 language and 3 science? Okay, again, I will identify yung pagpipilian natin or choices. Okay, so here it is clearly stated that we have 5 languages for our choice, and we have 4 sciences for our choice pa rin. But our sample space in this one, in how many ways can he choose 2 languages and 3 sciences? So these 2 should be languages, and we have 3 sciences. Ito yung sample space natin. Okay? So in this case, we can just simply say that for the languages, we have 5 na pagpipilian. So in this position, that should be 5. Then, of course, 4 na lang dyan. Okay? Hindi pwedeng maulit yan. Of course, no? Yan yung pagpipilian natin. Then, for sciences, we have 4 initially. Then, we have 3. And we have 2. Okay? Or the total number of ways here. So, let's start with this one. That should be 5 times 4. Okay? Of course, since that is identical, we should divide that by that identical spaces or 2 factorial. The same dito, multiply natin lahat, then i-divide natin by the identical spaces. Or we can just simply say that take note that that one is a combination 5C2, that one, times 4C3. Out of 5, kuha tayo ng 2. Out of 4, kuha tayo ng 3. Okay? Again, ito yung pinaka-basic. Or we can just simply use na lang this pag na-master nyo na. Okay? That is 40 ways. Let's try another example. In how many ways or how many different orders may 5 persons be seated in a row? Okay. So, dito, we have 5 persons na pagpipilian na ipapasit natin sa row. Okay. Our sample spaces will be our row. I will call this row 1, 2, 3, until 5. Okay, so in this case, the rows are not identical or iba-iba talaga yan. Of course, in this position, hindi natin pwedeng i-transfer yan sa kabila. Okay, that's why I call this row 1, row 2, row 3, until 5. So, this will be our hint na gagamitin natin yung permutation since yung spaces natin are iba-iba. So, by manual solution, in row 1, we have 5 choices, then 4 na lang until 1. Okay? So, that is 5 factorial or 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. The same yan as 5 factorial. Or, that is just out of 5 choices, we permute 5 persons. 5p5. That is 120 ways. Okay? Another example pa. 12 different pictures are available, of which 4 are to be hung in a row. In how many ways can this be done? Again, ano yung pagpipilian natin? 12 different pictures. Then, yung sample spaces natin is 4 are to be hung in a row. So, dapat 4 yung row natin dyan. Okay? So, again, since that is row, meaning that is not identical. So, we can just simply use the permutation formula. Or by manual solution, initially, we have 12 choices. Then, for row 2, 11 na lang. Row 3, 10. Row 4, 9. And that is, i-multiply lang lahat yan. Or, that is 12p4 NPR. Okay? That one. Okay, let's try another example pa. And how many arrangement can be made from the letters of the word cooperator when all are taken at a time? Okay, so cooperator. So, ganito yan. So, ito yung letters, no? So, take note that silang lahat is andito or Kumbaga, bibilangin natin ano yung mga possible arrangement dito. And how many arrangement. Okay, so, ganito yan, technique. The same principle. The number of ways, initially, that is, ilan lahat yan? 10 letters yan. Di ba? They are all 10 letters. Because silang lahat naman is i-arrange natin, kaya ilalagay natin silang lahat. Okay, 10 factorial. Then, take note, as you can see here, we have identical letters. So, tatanggalin natin yung identical letters. That is by, okay, I will just combine the identical letters. So, we have tatlong O, we have dalawang R. Okay, and these, each letters here are isa-isa lang. Okay? So, by this, I will just divide this one sa redundant arrangement. That one. So, yung O natin is 3, so that will be divided by 3 factorial. Then, yung R is dalawa times 2 factorial. Again, the same lang ito sa counting principle na ginawa natin sa combination or permutation. Okay, so actually, this is, the same man talaga yung combination at permutation. Pag alam mo lang talaga yung concept niya. Okay, for combination, divide natin sa redundant arrangement. Okay? So, another example para ma-master talaga. 6 different biology books, 5 different chemistry books, and 2 different physics books are to be arranged on a shelf so that the biology book stands together, the chemistry book stands together, and the physics book stands together. How many such arrangement are possible? So, okay, so how can we deal with this problem? Okay, so take note, ito daw yun. We have 6 biology books, dapat nakastand together sila, chemistry books, and physics books. Okay, 2 physics books. Dapat isa-isa talaga yung ang counting sa kanila, or kumbaga, hindi sila pwedeng magkabaliktad. So, ano yung arrangement dito? So, the total number of ways is just, ito, yung ating biology books is i-arrange natin. So, that is 6 factorial. Kumbaga, okay, we have 6 initially, then 6 times 5 times 4 times 3, or 6 factorial. Since i-arrange man natin sila lahat. How about the chemistry book? That is, 5 sila, so 5 factorial. Physics books, 2 factorial. Okay? So, is that the answer? Okay, so let me isolate these 3. And take note, if sasabihing stands together, hindi pwedeng yung isa is mapunta doon, yung chemistry book naman mapunta dito, dapat buo talaga sila. So this arrangement should be counted as 1. Ito, this whole arrangement should be counted as 1 natin. Dapat that one, and this one is i-account natin sa possible ways, because pwedeng itong buong chemistry book nauna siya, pwedeng itong buong physics books nauna siya, or pwede ito napunta dito. Kaya we will account this. We will count this one, this whole biology book as 1. We will count this as 1. We will count this as 1. Kaya nag-multiply tayo ng 3 factorial. Okay, I hope you get this. Basta naka-stand together or dapat hindi sila pwedeng maghiwalay, we will count that one, that as 1 arrangement or 1 identity. Okay? Kaya nag-multiply tayo ng 3 factorial dyan. Okay? Baka ma-misinterpret nyo. Gagawin nyo dito is bibilangin lahat yan. 12 factorial over kung ilan yung redundant arrangement. Hindi, no? Because hindi natin gagawin yun na magiging ilan lahat to? 6 plus 5, that is 11, plus 2, that is 13. So, baka gawin nyo 13 factorial divided by 6 factorial times 5 factorial times 2 factorial. No, okay? Hindi. Kasi nga, inisa natin. Yung ganong principle is pwede silang kahit saan malagay yung biology books, kahit saan malagay yung chemistry, at kahit saan ilagay yung physics. While in this kind of problem, dapat isahin natin sila. Hindi sila pwedeng maghiwa-hiwalay. Kaya ganito yung approach dyan. Unahin natin itong arrange. So 6 factorial, this one 5 factorial, this one 2 factorial. Then we will count each group as 1. So that's why we multiply pa rin 3 factorial. Okay? That is the answer. I hope you get this. Okay, how about this? In how many ways can 9 different books be arranged on a shelf so that 3 of the books are always together? Okay? That one. 3 of the books are always together. So, ano yung approach dito? Again, simple counting principle. This is how many different 9 different books. So these are the books. Take note, they are different books. Okay? Iba-iba yung books na yan. But here, I just colored this as one na lang kasi masyadong matagal yung pag-edit ko pag iiba-ibahin ko pa yan yung colors. Okay. Books are always 3 so that 3 of the books are always together. Meaning, 3 books lang yung inisa natin. Okay, so let me just isolate this. Let's say ito yung book na iisahin natin. That one, itong book dito, is it can be interchanged kahit saan sa ilagay. Okay, so the number of ways here, okay, unahin natin yung inisa or kumbaga ginroup natin na books. Okay, that one. So that is 3 factorial. Okay, now since these books here, wala tayong pake if ano yung arrangement nila. So, this can be counted as 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. No? Hindi natin sila pwedeng isahin. So, this book lang yung iisahin natin as what the problem states. So, ito yon. Inuna natin yung group natin. Then, multiplied by 7 factorial. Okay, take note that this is counted as 1. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Kaya times 7 factorial yan. Okay? I hope you get this. Unlike sa problem kanina, if stated lang dito sa problem na to na these books are also grouped or dapat they stand together. So yung solution natin dito magiging 3 factorial, then uunahin natin yung naka-group, okay? 3 factorial, then if this is group times 6 factorial, then times ano pa yung ita-times natin? Since they are counted as 1 times 2 factorial. Okay, so in this case, hindi siya naka-group, kaya diretso na yan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Kaya nag-multiply tayo ng 7 factorial. Okay, I guess you got this, and that is 30240 ways. Okay, so another example pa rin. How many ways can 6 persons line up if 2 of those persons refuse to stand next to each other? Okay, so again, refuse to stand next to each other. Meaning, hindi sila pwedeng magtapad, no? Or hindi sila pwedeng standing to each other. Okay. Then, ano yung technique? 6 persons. Let's say that are the persons. And, let's say, itong dalawa, hindi sila magtatapad or hindi sila will not stand each other. Kumbaga, this one should be andito or anywhere of this position. Basta hindi lang sila magkatabi. So, how can we do this? Okay, so medyo mahirap yan pag ganun yung gagawin natin. So, ang gagawin ko is I will just arrange this all without restriction. Okay, so without restriction, these 6 persons can be arranged by 6 factorial. Okay, silang lahat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ganyan. Now, I will just subtract the arrangement na ipagtatabi ko yung dalawa. Okay, you get that? Ipagtatabi ko yung dalawa, then isa-subtract ko dito sa arrangement without restriction. So, that will be, that one, yung arrangement nito na ipagtatabi natin yung dalawa is, unahin natin to, parang group natin sila ba? 2 factorial times, these are counted as 1. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 factorial. Kaya ito. I will just subtract this to the total arrangement without restriction. So, yung lalabas na number of ways dito is yung baliktad, kabaliktaran nito. I hope you got this. Okay, this is the arrangement na pinagtabi ko yung dalawa. Okay, I will just subtract this one to the total arrangement na walang restriction. That means yung kabaliktaran niya is yung arrangement na hindi sila magsastand to each other. Okay, and that is 480 ways. Okay, I hope you got the principle, no? That is just the complement, kumbaga, complement niya. Kasi mas mahirap siya pag gagawin natin ito, yung i-refuse natin sila nga mag-stand to each other. Mas pinaka the best solution is ganito talaga. Ipagtatabi natin, then i-minus lang natin sila or kukunin lang natin yung complement sa total number of arrangement without restriction. Okay? How about this one? For delegation, a delegation of 4 students is selected each year from a college to attend the National Student Association annual meeting. In how many ways can the delegation be chosen if there are 12 eligible students? Ways, but 2 will not attend the meeting together. Ayun, may dalawa na naman na hindi pwedeng mag-attend. So, technique pa rin is to i-group natin yung dalawa yan or ipagtatabi natin sila, then we will just subtract it to the total arrangement without restriction or the complement yung kukunin natin. Okay, so number of eligible students are 12. Okay, so let's say ito yung 12 students. Of course, these students are these students can be taken as the same students lang. Okay, eligible students sila lahat. Okay, ito yung basis natin. So these are the delegation na kukunin natin. Okay, so let's say kukunin natin to. Okay, so to get this 4 without restriction, again, technique, kukunin natin yung arrangement without restriction. That should be 12C4. Okay, this is combination by the way because this basis is hindi about the identity of each person. This is our basis dito is about they are qualified. Okay, as a delegation. That is the concept dito. I hope you don't misinterpret this. Yung ginawa natin dito is this 4 yung dapat, yung tao na ilalagay natin dito sa sample space, these are all delegation. Kumbaga, the same, kung in this basis, identical sila lahat na tao. Okay, hindi ito yung biological identity ng tao, ha? Yung basis natin dito is delegation. Kaya, combination to. Okay, 12C4, yung arrangement without restriction. Then again, we want to calculate the number of ways na yung dalawang tao is hindi mag-a-attend together. That means, kinuha natin to, then i-minus ko lang yung arrangement na ipagsasabay ko yung dalawang tao. Okay, so how can we do that? Let's say these are the 2 peoples na don't want to attend the meeting together. Okay, so here, I will just minus this arrangement. Ilalagay ko yung dalawa dito. So, ano yung number of ways o ano yung combination na magagawa natin dyan? That should be 2C2. Out of these 2 persons, okay, that is 2C2. Then, out of these peoples here na walang restriction, kukuha tayo ng ilan yung spaces dito? Dalawa na lang. So, ano yung ilang persons yung matitira dito? That is 10C2. Okay, out of 10, kukuha tayo ng dalawa. Dito, out of 2 persons na dapat natin i-combine, so 2C2 siya. Unlike kanina, sa permutation, i-permute lang natin. Kung permutation na to, that is 2 factorial. But since this is a combination, that is 2C2 times, kukuha tayo ng dalawa out of 10. Okay, I hope you get this. Ito yung complement. Kumbaga, these are the number of possible ways na hindi sila mag-a-attend ng meeting together. Okay, I hope you get the principle talaga, no? Okay, how about this? In how many ways can 5 persons be seated at a round table? Okay, round table naman. Okay, if this is the round table, this is the seats natin. Okay, kumbaga. So, okay, let me just go back. So, unlike sa row, guys, tingnan nyo. This, in a round table, the arrangement is, kumbaga, wala pa tayong exact arrangement, wala tayong identity kung saan tayo magsa-start. Let's say, this is our 1. And, take note that at this position, pwede natin ilagay yan dyan, and that is the same position pa rin, kahit saan. Because nga, round table yan. And so on. Yan. And so on pa rin. Pwede dyan. So, we can just simply say that the first arrangement here is, we can just simply say, no, initial arrangement 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. Then, dito is 1. Nag-gets nyo ba? Okay, so, ganito yan. Ito yung arrangement. Ang technique kasi dito, or yung logic, is at first pili natin about these 5 persons. Yung number of possible ways is 1 lang. Kasi, this arrangement initially are identical pa sila lahat. Gets nyo? Initially, kung wala pang taong nakaupo dyan, identical sila lahat. That means, yung first possible ways na mangyayari dyan, lalagyan natin ng tao, yung isang arrangement. So, kumbaga, yan yung magiging starting point natin or magiging basis. Okay? If that is 1, then, ito na yung starting point natin. So, the preceding table na lalagyan natin dyan, the same manner na siya sa row. Okay? Ito na yung magiging table 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is the solution. Or ito yung formula. Kaya naging n-1 factorial. Okay? Ito na lang yung gamitin nyo if malito kayo dito. That is the formula. Ito yung formula ha, for round table. You can sit 5 person in a round table. Okay. How about this? And how many ways can we sit 7 people in a round table? Again, may restriction na. With a certain 3 people wants to sit in consecutive order. Okay, so we have 3 people wants to sit in consecutive order. Ano yung technique? Siyempre, i-group natin sila. Okay, example, ito yung 3 persons that wants to be in a consecutive order. And dito, wala tayong problema dito kahit saan sila umupo. Okay, so how can we do that? And again, take note, uunahin natin yung i-group natin. So, these 3 will be group natin. So, that is 3 factorial. Okay? Gets? Uunahin natin yung group natin. Now, since they are group, they will be counted as 1. Okay, klaro? They will be counted as 1. So, the total number of persons here, if this is counted as 1, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? So, that's why i-multiply natin ng 5. Then, this is just the formula of a round table, no? Is ipapasit natin yung persons in a round table. n-1 factorial. Okay, you gets? Ito is counted as 1 group. Kaya, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, ito yung formula. But of course, we should arrange these 3, yung isang group dito, initially, 3 factorial. Okay, ito yung gagawin nyo. Pag may group, uunahin mo yung nasa group, 3 factorial. Then, i-count natin sila as 1. Then, we will do the formula of the round table. Okay? And that is 1, 4, 4 ways. Okay, how about ito naman? The same problem, certain people not in consecutive order. So, baliktad na. Not in consecutive order. And again, I will just calculate the number of ways without restriction. That one, sila lahat. 7 minus 1 factorial. Okay, in a round table, ito yung formula. Then, I will just deduct yung arrangement na pinagtabi natin silang lahat. Okay, and that is, ito yon, ginawa natin from this previous slide. Okay, yung kabaliktaran lang kumbaga ba, no? And that is 5, 7, 6 ways. Okay, I hope you get this, no? How about this one? In how many ways can a person choose one or more of 4 electrical appliances? Okay, so ito yung electrical appliances. Pwedeng isa yung kukunin. So, kung isa yung kukunin natin, out, isang, kumbaga, isa, this should be 4C1. Kukunin natin yung isa out of 4, that is 4C1. Again, this is 4C1, ha? Then, pwede rin, dalawa yung kukunin natin. Ito pala yun. 4C1, then that is 4C2 na dito dapat. Okay, so, disregard mo yung unang kan, ha? So, initially, pwede tayong magpili ng isa out of 4 or pwede dalawa because it is stated here, choose one or more until pwede maging tatlo, so 4C3 or 4C4. Pwede yan. I hope you get this, no? Then, you will just add that. Pag ganitong problem, pag may statement na to, i-add natin yan. Okay? Pag or, addition. Pag and, multiplication. Because it is clearly stated here that this is just another scenario. Pag sinabing or, another scenario. Okay? Another scenario and another scenario. Kumbaga, pwedeng ito or pwedeng ito yung mangyari or pwedeng ito yung mangyari. Kumbaga, hindi sila mutually exclusive. Okay? That one. And then, that is pwedeng ganyan. Idiretso natin sa calculator. But as you can see, ano yung nagbabago lang dito sa equation natin? As you can see that ang 4, the same, 4. Ang nagbabago dito is 1, 2, 3, 4. So, mas maiging gawin natin to. Summation of NCR. So, ang R natin yung nagbabago since that is 1 until 4. So, the limits is 1 until 4. Pwedeng ganyan. Para mas madali. Because, what if masyadong mahaba dito? Say, 1 or more of 100 electrical appliances. Can you do this manually? So, masyadong mahaba, no? Mas maiging i-calculator natin yan. Okay, so, let me see daw if nasan mo yung summation dito. Dito. 2. Nasa 2. Okay, I just press ups. Then, nasa 2. Then, NCR. So, our N here is 4 yung pagpipilian. Then, the combination C. Then, we choose R. We will let this as variable R. Dito, X yan. Okay? Ito yung function, default na dito. From 1 until 4. That one. Ito yung answer. Or if you will calculate this manually, 15 yan. Okay? I hope you got this, ha? Okay. Malapit na tayong matapos. An amusement park has 20 different rides. How many different combinations of rides you can go on if you want to ride at least 15 of them? Okay, so please take note of this. At least 15 of them. So, pinaka mababang nasakyan natin is 15 rides lang. Okay, so take note that we have 20 choices of rides. So, that will be 20C15, pwedeng 20C16, pwedeng 17 rides, pwedeng 18 rides, until 20 rides. But, hindi pwedeng bumaba because at least man lang. Okay, so as you can see, ano yung ulit yung nagbabago dito? The R lang. Okay, so we can just rewrite this one as ganito. From 15 until 20. 20 CR. Okay, I hope you got this, and that is 21700 ways. Okay, the same problem, but yung statement is at least 1. I mean, you can go if you want to ride at least 1 and at most 15. Okay, so ito yung mga babantayan natin. At least 1 and at most 15. Okay, parang limits siya kumbaga ba in integral. So that is 20C1, 20C2 until so on, until 15 lang. Okay? Because at most 15 man, hindi pwedeng lumagpas sa 15. Okay? I hope you got that. And we can just rewrite this one into ganito. Again, yung magbabago yung R lang, kaya i-variable natin yan from 1 at most 15. That is the answer. Okay? And that's it.